You worked from 9 to 5 today. 8 full hours. Coffee in hand, tabs open, notifications flying. And yet somehow, at the end of the day, you stare at your to-do list and realize, you barely moved the needle. Sound familiar? Here's the brutal truth. You weren't lazy. You were busy. And busy is not the same as productive. In fact, most people spend 80% of their workday on things that produce almost zero real results. But what if you could flip that? What if you could get your most important work done in literally half the time, and still have hours left over? Today, I'm giving you the 4D method. 4 science-backed steps that compress a full workday into 4 focused hours. Let's get into it. The real problem: you're not tired. You're drained. Before the method, you need to understand why your 8-hour days feel empty. Your brain has a limited supply of high-focus energy. Scientists call it cognitive bandwidth. And every distraction, every notification, every pointless meeting chips away at it. Studies show the average worker is interrupted every 11 minutes, and takes 23 minutes to fully refocus after each interruption. Do the math. You're basically never in deep focus mode. Ever. So you're not unproductive because you're lazy. You're unproductive because your attention is being stolen in slow motion all day long. The 4D method fixes exactly that. D1, define. Know exactly what you're fighting for. Most people sit down to work without knowing what winning looks like that day. They open their laptop and just react. Emails, Slack messages, whatever screams loudest. Here's your fix. Every morning, before you touch your phone or laptop, write down your one single most important task. Not a list of 10. 1. The thing that, if completed, would make today a win no matter what else happens. Brain science backs this up. When you set a clear intention, your brain activates the reticular activating system, your internal spotlight. It filters out noise and locks onto your target automatically. Bonus hack: write it the night before. That way your subconscious is already working on it while you sleep. Wake up and your brain is already loaded and ready to fire. D2, disconnect. Cut the invisible thieves. This is where most productivity advice stops at, just turn off your phone. But bro, it goes deeper than that. Every open tab is a cognitive leak. Every unread notification badge is pulling a tiny piece of your attention even when you're not looking at it. Research from the University of California shows that just having your phone on your desk, even face down, even silent, reduces your cognitive capacity measurably. Your brain is subconsciously waiting for it. So here's your disconnect protocol. Phone in another room or on airplane mode. Browser tabs closed except what you need. One document open. One task visible. Notifications off across every device. Set a specific block of time, 90 minutes maximum. Tell people you're unavailable. Treat it like a flight taking off. No interruptions until you land. If you're finding these hacks useful so far, smash that like button and keep watching because D3 is where this gets really powerful. D3, depth. Enter the zone on command. Deep work is a skill. And like any skill, you can train it. The goal of D3 is to enter a state of full cognitive immersion, where time disappears, distractions fade, and your output quality doubles. Here's how to trigger it on command. Start with a 2-minute stillness ritual. Sit quietly, breathe slowly, and mentally state your task out loud. This primes your prefrontal cortex and signals your brain to shift gears from reactive mode to creative mode. Then use the 50-10 rule. Work for 50 minutes in complete depth. Break for 10 minutes with 0 screens, walk, stretch, breathe. Repeat twice. That's 2 hours of real deep work. Bonus hack: use brown noise or lo-fi music at low volume. Studies show consistent background sound at around 70 decibels boosts creative output and blocks unpredictable distractions. Your brain locks in faster and stays there longer. D4. Decompress. Recover like a pro. Here's the step everyone skips and why their productivity collapses by 3 p.m. Your brain is a muscle. And muscles need recovery to keep performing. High performers don't push through exhaustion. They strategically recover. After your deep work blocks, give yourself a genuine 20-minute decompression window. No emails. No planning. No productive podcasts. Real rest. Walk outside. Eat something clean. Close your eyes. This resets your cognitive bandwidth so your next block hits just as hard as the first. Think of it like charging your phone between calls instead of letting it die mid-conversation. Research from the National Institute of Health shows strategic rest between focus sessions increases total daily output by up to 40% compared to grinding straight through. Your 4D cheat sheet. 1. Define your one most important task before you open anything. 2. Disconnect from every invisible attention thief. 3. Go deep with the 50 to 10 rule and a trigger ritual. 4. Decompress fully so your next block hits just as hard. Do this and 4 hours of real work will beat 8 hours of fake busy every single time. Here's the mindset shift that ties it all together. Time is not your most valuable resource. Energy and attention are. You don't need more hours. You need to protect the hours you already have. Because one focused hour is worth 10 distracted ones. Stop measuring your day by how long you worked. Start measuring it by what actually moved forward. Do that, and you'll never feel like a wasted day again. Drop in the comments, what's your biggest focus killer right now? I read every single one. And if you want more brain hacking, productivity destroying, time-bending content, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe. Let's get those 4 hours working harder than your whole week used to.